Hey, this is Freddie J, and I know I want to start a new thing on my page called Real Talk, where we talk about situations that maybe we cover up or we don't really address. So this topic we're going to be speaking on this week or this month will be on Broken Heart's New Start. And here's a little poem that I wrote. Oh no, not again. I gave you all the pieces of myself that were hidden from deep within. I thought I was reaching a beautiful finish because I was almost at the end. And now I gotta start over. But I can't do this again. If a broken heart is at the finish line, then this is a race that I won't win. But should I really start this new journey with this new person again? The last person was just a sprinter, and I need a long distance runner to win. But here I am, torn apart, broken heart. Will I ever win? So that was just a poem talking about the journey and the process. I know a relationship is a lot of things. We prepare for it. We spend time on it, kind of like a race. You know, we're trying to reach that finish line, whether it be marriage or finding that person we can spend the rest of our life with. And unfortunately, sometimes we spend a lot of effort into these relationships and then it doesn't turn out the way that we actually want it. And we end up either confused or are we worth it, or trying to figure out our worth based off of what happened to us in that relationship. But one of the things I want to tell you is that you are worth it. And sometimes unfortunate things like this happen, but what do we do to move on from that? And most importantly, how can we prevent this from happening again? Now, maybe the relationship was our fault, or maybe it was somebody else's. Either way, how can we start a new journey with someone else without them reaping and paying the consequences for the things that we didn't get over in our past relationship? Because I know there's sometimes we just jump to things as a rebound, or we jump to another person just because we can't deal with the fact of being alone. But in jumping into these relationships before we're completely healed, we're hurting someone else. So the last thing we want to do is hurt someone that loves us because the person that we loved in the past hurt us. That doesn't really help, and that doesn't really help the healing process for us. So at the end of the day, I'm going to leave this question open. You guys can question and, add your questions or comments or any suggestions in the description, or even on Facebook, because I'll post this on Facebook as well. But what do you think that we can do to help us move on from a breakup, from a hard situation? What can we do to help us move on so that we're not affecting our new partner that we are with now? I know a lot of people say, oh, we can pray, or we can go to counseling, or maybe not even that. People go out, they party, they drink. We all deal with broken heart, and we all deal with our problems a different way. But what is the healthy way to do it so that we can get into a happy relationship with someone and it be successful? That's just one of the questions I want to leave for you guys as well. But just know that within your brokenness, there's beauty. Just because something is broken and something is destroyed doesn't mean that God or your situation can't turn around, because it really can. It can, and it has for a lot of people. It really has. And it is unfortunate that it happens. And then for us on our end, if we're the ones that got hurt, we build up walls. We're kind of protective. Okay, well, I want to start a new relationship, but I don't know if I should really trust them with everything, which makes sense, which makes a lot of sense. But we don't want to have so many walls up that if a person really does love us, they can't reach us. That's another thing. We got to be cautious, of course. Be cautious, and you can't just let anybody in to, your heart, because that's precious. But at the same time, you just got to take that time to see if the person that comes into your life is worth it or not. And that's just by time. Unfortunately, things don't happen overnight. I know there's some relationships that happen for maybe a couple of months, and then they're married, and they've been married for years. That's great, but that happened to them. That may not be your story. So really, when it comes to it, just make sure that you're completely healed from whatever you had in your past before you move on to something new. That's just for all of us. That can be within a relationship, that can be with the job, with anything. Because there's a lot of habits that we may have that we may not know is bad until somebody addresses us and tells us about it. So really, when it comes to anything like that, I'm not a relationship counselor, so you guys don't, I'm not Dr. Phil. This is just something to encourage people, just to let you know that even after brokenness, that you can have a new start. So I'm going to leave this open too for you guys to comment, leave feedbacks, any suggestions, and then the next topic of the month, I don't have that out yet, but if you have a topic or something that you would like to talk about, please drop it in the comments, and then we'll see what we can do to make it happen. All right, you guys have a good day.